Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is June 30th, 2018, and I'm here with one of the ping tong eggplants. I'm going to be harvesting it today. You can see here. Now, these can get longer than this, but when you pick your eggplants, you want to make sure that the skin is nice and shiny, which this is. If the skin is dull, then it's gone past when you're going to enjoy eating it. So these are real nice and shiny, and I want to try some here. So I have my pruners, and watch out for the thorns, because eggplants are very thorny plants, and you don't want to accidentally get caught on one of the thorns. So I'm coming back here on the stem back here where the flower came out from, and I'm just snipping it off there. I'm going to pull it out here. And this is one of my ping tong eggplants here. Hold on a minute here, let me put these down. And you can see what it looks like here. Now it's real nice and shiny, as you can see. It's not dull, it's not brown or anything like that. Put that in the harvest bucket, and I'm going to continue on and pick some more. I'll be right back. And here's another one in here. Now, the ping tong variety is not supposed to need peeled. It's supposed to be really sweet and tender. So we're going to try it out and see how it does. Now, one thing, when harvesting your eggplants, you cannot always go by the size for when to cut or pick the eggplant. You have to, sometimes it's kind of like a judgment thing, because I could let this go and get its full length size, and it could be past its prime for being ripe. So I had last year one of my Black Beauty eggplants. The fruits on it were not getting large. They were staying really small despite all of the food and everything else that it was getting, and they just weren't getting really any size to them. And they were ripe and they were ready to be picked, because if I left them, when I let them go, they turned dull and they lost their shininess. They started turning brown and mushy, and they were no good then. So I did want to tell you about that. Because, like this one here, I could pick this one if I wanted to, which I might. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to look and see how big some of the other ones are. This one here, I'm going to let it get bigger over here. Probably going to let this one here get bigger. So, and another thing that you want to do when you harvest these, I prefer to use the pruners. I don't want to damage the plant. If you grab a hold of the eggplant fruit and you try and yank it off, you're going to damage the stem, and it's just not going to be a good thing. So I recommend definitely using a pruners to harvest your eggplants. And this is very interesting. This is a double one here. This is a double eggplant. It bloomed a double flower, which I did see, and it actually put out 2 eggplants on one thing. So when I cut this, I'm going to be cutting the stem right here. And by harvesting my eggplants the way that I am, it's going to keep them giving more. And it's going to tell the plant, hey, you didn't produce your seed yet. You got to keep blooming and giving. So I did lose one of my blooms off of the ping tong. We had one night where it got down into the 40s still for us, even though we're like the end of June. So it dropped its flower. And what I'll do with these when I take them in, I'll put them either in an enclosed container or a plastic bag, and I'll stick them in the refrigerator. If you let them sit out, they're going to dehydrate on you, and you don't want that. So I'm going to be storing mine in the refrigerator until we're ready to eat them. We'll take them out, wash them up. These are actually going to be fried tonight, so I'm looking forward to tasting this variety. It is an heirloom, and I'm going to continue seeing what I want to harvest here. So I harvested 2 ping tongs. Now this one is a little bit different color than this one here, but it's still a ping tong and it's nice and shiny. And I also harvested an early long purple. Now what happened to this one here is the flower stayed stuck to the fruit. So that's why it did that there. So we're probably just going to cut that part off or peel it or something. But it's nice and shiny. This one is a purple variety. If you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit that little notification button. I'll try to put a new video on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.